sponge. Plant power crystal. Plant this complete. Guess we need to get the road room. Can't I hit? Alley.
Hello, Gold Armlet. I'll trade you a princess for a large cube hidden somewhere inside this castle. Come to Mount Alad with the large cube, and I will trade you for your younger sister.
There's not much I can do. Well, can't go there. Feel free to actually do something, Spirit. Well, they have a key now, or something. I can't go to the right. So, what does the plant allow us to do here? More zombies, maybe? What the fuck is that? There's nothing I can do. I mean... Fuck. What exactly am I supposed to do? I mean, I can't do shit. Trying to how the fuck do you get out of this? Ah, this is a terrible thing to use here. It doesn't seem to be able to move underground for some reason in the water area. Then I'm not sure if this is a good ability to use here either. Plant power crystal, so it was worth the fight, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh shit. So if we move to the right, we'll more or less just backtrack. Can't go there. Too strong of a current. I don't recall getting a key. This was just an old area, I guess. Something happened. Okay, at least I sort of have an idea what we're supposed to do now. While it is true that there's a current, it will still allow us to get to a place I couldn't get otherwise. We can get to the right hand side further to the right hand side than previously. I can't get here if I basically use the previous direction. This is the... Yeah, at least we got to a new place. Shit. Locking my spirit. Feels ready to do something. Douse the fire. No, we must douse the fire. How would you get to the other side here? You would use the shadow to pick the chest. Alright. Still can't do it now. But that has to be our goal next. We could continue forward with the green door, but no. I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, get the shadow, get the 2 treasure chests. Shadow power. Doesn't actually allow me to escape, right? Seems like we should definitely prefer the blue door if the opportunity arrives. Green door is probably the one we have to go through in order to make progression plot-wise. Blue seems like something that's just extra. Didn't do a goddamn thing. to be a limit to how many creatures there are here, so we're gonna just clean the place, see if we can get something out of it. Restoring health should be a trivial matter. Plant crystal. Five water, 4 Freed, 5 shadow, 3 plant. We've clearly missed some Freed crystals at some point. Not too big of a deal. There's high probability we missed a lot of things. Didn't really realize how to utilize the spirits effectively earlier on. Probably didn't explore things thoroughly enough. What is that? Yeah, water and fire here. It's a spirit goddamn draining son of a bitch, that's what it is. Probably not vulnerable. Unless we have a spirit activated. So we could proceed, but probably a reward for taking him out. Not these attacks though, these don't do shit. I mean the dagger attack. I'll wait for the magic to restore once fully, then make a save state there and try a few things. If I can't do any damage to it, I might as well just move on. The spirit does seem to try to avoid it. Maybe a magical special attack might be able to do something. Could be that magic's the only thing that can harm it. It ignores physical things entirely. Just call the goddamn berry. Okay. Couple attacks and it's gone. Didn't earn shit from it though. Why can't I get the third fairy now? definitely need to plant. Need fire. So we can get the shadow creature or water creature here, I guess. Spirit, whatever. Plants. Maybe I can summon the plant and have it stay on the bottom. Floating snakes, classic. What if we jump down? Can't. We absolutely have to have the water fairy here. The current leading down. Let's go. Yeah, it's nothing useful.
You broke my seal. I am the origin of Agito's power and the keeper of his soul. This ancient evil can be awakened by me.
Probably don't want to leave this here, so... What is it technically? It is a cube. Excellent. That cleared things. He obtained the large cube.
Oh, Ali, it's you. Found the large cube? It is evil, and I hope it would never be recovered from the dungeon. Ali, you must do what you think is right. We are all counting on you.
And he died. Guess I'm the king now. And with the evil mastermind taking care of my sister too, there's no one to threaten my power. Guess we could just end the game here. But in reality, ooh, haven't I been there already? We do have a sort of a question mark at this point. What do we want to do? Clearly, if we want to go there, we will end the game. However, you didn't actually go there, but this is gonna be the last chance to maybe take a look around other places. We missed something. There's nothing after this, so it's either now or never. Not sure. I mean, in one way, some ways it's always a gigantic waste of time. You don't need to do it to wrap up the game. At the same time, I'm sort of curious what exactly can be done. It's more of a question of how long are we gonna waste time on it. The thing is, now we have the ability to do whatever it is possible to do. Earlier on, I would have easily missed things and basically just not think about them at all, because why the hell would you? You can't do anything about them at that time. You just sort of leave them for later. Now's the later. Can we even access the old places? Yeah, these guys don't seem to be doing anything new. If we go to existing areas or areas we've been to before, we would have to redo them from the start though. That's a pretty big no for me. I'm also actually not quite sure where we need to go to get access to that place. I just go straight up north. Probably a teleportation thing would be my guess. Sure if this was here before. Probably not. So this is the way there. I'll take a quick look at the areas here. If something sort of sticks out. There's a chest. So how you would get there? Probably need to go to the map above us, then head right. Assuming you can, naturally. Maybe we could use the shadow ability. Just to grab the chests. But they do seem to be like in a different elevation, so I don't think that would work. At the same time... I don't think we can get them through here either. Levels just simply don't go in those directions we can go to. This is the Great Forest with the Forest Temple or Shrine. Right. Where would be the closest shadow crystal even be? There doesn't seem to be a real way to get there. Right, definitely no. Definitely like starting to look like well, increasingly like you just have to grab it with the shadow ability and it somehow just works. Because I don't see any way to get to the left hand upper ledges. If we go north, there doesn't appear to be any kind of deviation except just basically keep heading north. So you'll never reach the correct locations you are aiming for. I don't really recall anything interesting here. Ah. Plant crystal? Maybe the fact that you just revisit some places gives you a few rewards. I would very much appreciate some sort of an explanation, since the game does have tutorials for the spirits. Explain what do you achieve by collecting these spirit crystals? What's the difference? The main problem with this is there aren't that many places we can get access to the correct spirits. Always just trying to find the summoning location from the ass end of who knows where and just escort it to a huge distance to get where you want it. Just to try things out. It's a very inconvenient system in my opinion. I understand why they've done it like that. This type of gameplay is actually fairly common in some form or another. It's similar to like in Overlord with the imps, different types of imps. You have it's a puzzle you're supposed to solve with the different type of abilities, and they use in these games they just use spirits and the summoning locations to limit what tools you have available. There usually is some sort of limiting factor, so this isn't anything special in that sense. But this has the ability for you to drag it from a long distance away. And it also constantly drains resources, so it's on a timer, and you can use up limited resources to maintain that timer. So I think it sort of creates a system where the player has a huge amount of opportunities to lead to false paths that don't go nowhere, versus a system where you might have a level where you have access to, let's say, imps of certain types, and you're just going to have to figure them out how to utilize them. So you simply cannot, you don't waste resources by having them, and you simply cannot go to other areas to try the imps there. So you know that the tools you have there on that level are the tools you have available, and that's it. No ifs or buts about it. You can take your time to try to figure out how to best utilize them. So while these systems can be very similar in theory, in practical terms they can be quite different in how much of a time waster they can be. The Western Beach is pretty much the closest place where we could possibly get the Shadow one. It was the first place, wasn't it? It shouldn't be too tough no matter what. Maybe this was the F3. No, this was definitely the first. Yeah, you need the shadow ability here to get these. That's impossible to have at this stage. Just outright impossible when you first visit these. So there's definitely some sort of a reward system for revisiting old places, right? I didn't... what is this? I've never seen a bottle like that. Probably actually no, I have no idea. It is an elixir. I have no idea. Test it. And it went away. Okay, we have an elixir now. Yeah, when I was here the first time, it didn't really even occur to me that it might be wise to try to crouch sometimes. A sword. And we have empty space. Sword with 50 hits, so durability. Very good at this stage, or would have been. Still, need the shadow thingamajig, otherwise can't really do anything here. And the closest one is still at the western beach. Shitty sword. And I guess there was a boss fight here. Okay, there really is no way to get what we want here. I suppose there could be a secret way, or less than obvious way to summon the shadow. I have no idea what that would be. Maybe a weapon. I sort of thought about that idea plenty of times. This would be basically dump the weapon, cast the summoning on it because it's shiny. No such luck. There's more room here, I'll try it again. I drop this. No, an idea though. So we'll have to go to the ass end of this world to get the shadow thing in order to use it here. Probably get something mightily interesting. I explore these. Okay, this is not a small trip. If I just run and don't fight, that'll probably be the best thing to do. Very little to gain from fighting, and the trip is fairly long. There might be a closer crystal somewhere else, but I can't think of any, and I don't really wish to waste time trying to figuring out where one could possibly be. In real time, it's not actually probably that far away, as long as we just run, fight. I don't recall how do you get there. You need to go forward and down, right. I'll at least do this. This should give us a good sort of a grasp of what exactly are the rewards for doing this extra shit. Our magic barely moves if we don't actually utilize the abilities of this thing. Right, there shouldn't be actually anything demanding in the combat here. As long as we make sure we don't run out of magic. Gems. So more or less, you get the type of gem of the spirit you were forced to use to get the extra stuff, more or less. Maybe something extra on top of that. So things that would make your gameplay a little bit easier. But do they do anything else? I'm still sort of undecided whether this is worth doing or not. Because I don't understand what the hell is the point of the crystals themselves. Generally have an easier time redoing things because you can avoid certain things, certain fights entirely. So it's not exactly as tedious as going through places the first time. If we're only getting crystals, is it worth it? This was a trap. Fighting in general, I think, is the biggest waste of time, so probably avoid it. Going to these places and just running through them is one thing, but having to refight everything, that eats up a lot of time. This is just... can't attack any other area. Okay. What the fuck is this? This is so gamey compared to everything I've encountered so far. That is a free summoning lantern, I think. Sort of a bow. Red crystals. Elixir. I really like to... I think I'll just mess with this a little bit. Then I need to check what the hell do all these items even do. I have no idea what an elixir does. I mean, we have items already that are full hit point and magic point recovery. So surely an elixir can't do that. It would be redundant. Is this a guide for me or not? What the fuck? Okay, that came out of nowhere. Some sort of a racing thing. Item rank 1. But I think I'm supposed to get the spirit to move around, but how the fuck would you even do that? Five laps with this. Yeah, I know I can do this. Not in this time. Fucker! Don't want to even do certain things, really. It sucks so easily. So, best time is 2 minutes. Somewhat tedious. $144. Got cheese out of it. Item rank 5. The main problem is it's an incredibly tedious thing to actually do. You have to be very consistent in how you manage to control the F3. Also have a this isn't worth it for me. Not even remotely. The other rewards are I don't know what the bow is. It's another limited use fire bow. It's somewhat useful. I think I've found one with 15 uses. But I hate the bows in general. This does confirm though that there are certainly secrets to be found if you are paying attention. The thing is, I'm heavily leaning toward the point that they're not worth it. Because actually, I'll leave things here. I want to check what the crystals do and what the hell is an elixir. So I can make a more informed decision, I suppose, if are they worth it or not. At the moment I see no. They're not worth it. I have noticed no major difference between the performance between having almost no crystals versus having half a dozen. I don't see the difference. I don't know if that even affects things. Am I just collecting them for other reasons? Is it tied to my rank? I have no idea, and the game doesn't seem to care enough to explain it to me, so I'll have to read an outside source for that. Based on that, we'll decide, is it worth continuing? Playing these mini games? No. No, oh god, no, but maybe there's something else to be discovered. Currently, I'm leaning toward no, though.